And we begin with exactly what America needs right now, a third Major League Baseball team in the New York metropolitan area. A new New York area team proposed by popular agent Scott Boras. How much do you love it? There is some log rolling inherent in the very fact that he was asked about this. The questions came from the newspaper, the Newark Star-Ledger. Nevertheless, Scott Boras, probably the single most disliked person in the sport, proposes moving the Tampa Bay Rays to New Jersey. I think there's a lot of cities that may attract them, but I don't know, maybe New Jersey would like their win percentage. New Jersey only has about 500,000 more residents than does New York City alone, but the 5 counties closest to the city are home to a tidy 3,400,000 people, only about 1 million fewer than St. Petersburg, Tampa, and everything else that comprises the Tampa Bay area where the Rays are not drawing. That AL wildcard team this year was last in the majors in attendance, last in 2012, a wildcard team third to last in 2011. Baseball is insisting, the Rays owner Stu Sternberg is insisting, that the team can make it work in the Tampa area if they get a new ballpark, as opposed to the oversized gulag punishment cell that is Tropicana Field. But the original genius owner of the Rays, the infamous Vince Naimoli, signed a lease through 2027 on this turkey, and the stadium owners, the city of St. Petersburg, will only let the team out for a huge cash payoff, plus the Rays paying off any debts on the dome, plus the cost of demolition, presuming the damn thing does not fall down of its own accord. What makes Boras's comments notable is that he's the first guy with any economic heft in baseball to come out and say it. He's saying baseball in Tampa Bay cannot work. They have to take a close look at this franchise, he says, because we have a successful operation that's providing a winning percentage annually that they're providing, and the staff has proven to do it. I think it's fair for everyone to say that a successful product is not doing well at a place. So let me caveat this. I know the Rays owners, the Sternbergs. I went to college with Lisa Sternberg. I go to ball games with Stu Sternberg whenever he invites me, and their eldest son was my intern one summer. All this provides me with is a way to measure his sincerity about staying there. I think it's high. Plus, I don't think he or anybody else is moving to New Jersey. It is almost impossible to calculate how much the Yankees and Mets would charge to cede part of their exclusive territory. The Phillies might even have the right to claim invasion. You think the Giants are behaving like medieval feudal lords about the A's moving to San Jose. Wait till you see the Steinbrenners and the Wilpons if somebody talks about moving into Jersey. $100 million, $200 million, $1 billion. So if Boras is right and the Rays are zombies and New Jersey is unrealistic, where do you move them to? This was my friend John Paul Morosi of Fox Sports talking to my friend Stu Sternberg last June. Morosi, do you think Major League Baseball could work again in Montreal? Sternberg, yes, I know it can. Morosi, how? Sternberg, my gut. By the way, Stu's baseball gut, he and Lisa named their first child after Sandy Koufax. He wound up becoming an owner. To continue, Sternberg, my gut, I was at Olympic Stadium the day after they got Bartolo Colon. I've been convinced, this is before I bought the Rays, that it would be an incredible place for baseball. That doesn't mean my baseball team, but a baseball team. Morosi, do you think there will come a day when Montreal has a team again? Sternberg, in the next 5 years, no. In the next 20, yes. Morosi, an expansion franchise or one that moves there? Sternberg, I think a franchise that moves there. I know nothing. There's no discussions. Montreal? Montreal? Where after they traded Pedro Martinez, they struggled to get 10,000 a night? Here are the buried true facts about Montreal as baseball town. The Montreal Expos were 4th in attendance in the National League in 1979, 4th in 1980, 3rd in 1981 and 82, and 2nd in 1983, 4th in all of baseball that year. In those 5 seasons, the Expos, playing in another oversized gulag punishment cell, drew about 4,400,000 more total fans than the Chicago Cubs did at Wrigley Field. Even in the 6 seasons ending in 1997, as underfunded ownership broke up what could have been a dynasty, the Expos still averaged just under 20,000 a game. A downtown ballpark, a good franchise, American League East games against Boston, New York, and Toronto, and Montreal might be a baseball gold mine. But Stu Sternberg says he ain't moving there, and Scott Boras says he should move to New Jersey, and that Major League Baseball can't work in the Tampa Bay area, which has a final twist to it. Did you know Scott Boras was a minor league ball player, an infielder in the Cardinals system? Hit .288, but he had knee problems, quit before he turned 25. You know how you hear about minor leaguers playing in a dozen different small towns? Not Scott Boras. 3.5 years in one city, St. Petersburg, Florida. He stayed there long enough to get on 2 minor league baseball cards of his own. St. Petersburg, you know, Tampa St. Pete, the Tampa Bay area. The place Scott Boras just said can't support big league baseball today. The place he'll be real popular tomorrow.